where you get this kind of effect of a high from these endorphins that are released in the brain. And so that really left us susceptible to Yogi Bhajan's teachings and to his indoctrination, I call it. So what would help families that have friends or family members in a cult, I think, is to get them out of that situation where they can actually see some more traditional kind of spiritual practices that in the long run will really help them in the long run. Whereas these short benefit things like these tantric yoga and these other occult practices are just a very short high or very short feeling, good feeling or whatever.
Do you have any plans after the release of your book, or is there anything else you'd like to add about your new book? Because I know you mentioned a lot of highlights and features throughout this interview with regards to the book and what we can find in the book. Are there any items that you'd like to mention that we didn't discuss about the book, and then just discuss the plans after the book's release?
Well, the biggest thing I'd like people to understand about the book is what Sikhs are about. And I think that from the book you can really get a perception of how I've grown up in my understanding of the Sikh religion. We call it Sikhi, S-I-K-H-I. And I'm hoping that when people read that book, they'll understand more about the Sikh religion and about how Sikhs are like traditional people and have families, they have regular jobs. We believe in earning an honest living. We have a code of conduct which is very, very similar to that of most Americans. So I would hope that people would understand that Sikhs are Americans just like your neighbor next door and all those people that we associate with every day here in America.
Do you have any future plans for after the release of the book? Like to write another one, to do more traveling, perhaps more education with regards to guns and or religious practices?
My plans right now are to talk about the Sikh religion and just to make people aware of who I am and what the Sikh religion is about. And from that, I just leave it up to God, basically. And I think that we can only do our part. I can only do what I can do in a short term. I don't think it's good to make too many far-reaching plans. I'll leave that up to God and see what happens in the future.
Good, that's a good answer. Finally, I guess the last thing I wanted to, just based on your answer, well, 2 answers ago, what's the biggest misconception when you're walking down the street and people see the turban, the beard, and perhaps even a gun or a dagger?
I think that many people are confused sometimes if they have never seen or know about Sikhs, because many times they will associate our look with that of some Middle Eastern terrorists like Taliban or something like that. And I wish people would know about Sikhs more. That's one of my goals here, is to give more perception about what Sikhs are about. And again, that Sikhs are ordinary citizens. We're interested in defending ourselves and defending our families, defending those that can't defend themselves. And we have a presence, and I believe that the turban and the beard really give a presence of a God-fearing people. Like I said before, you'll never see a lion who's the king of the beasts ever cut his mane or hair. And so this is the image that we want, that we are compassionate people. One of our Sikh gurus actually shot arrows at the enemies of the Sikhs, and he would use gold-tip arrows. And so that when the families of those fallen soldiers found their relatives, that they would have money in order to support themselves. So Sikhs are compassionate. Even though we do believe in defending ourselves and to stopping attackers with weapons such as assault rifles or guns, we are also compassionate. And we drop that anger, any anger that we have We don't want to be in a state of revenge or anything like that. We look to God for our support. We look to God for His compassion and His love.
Great. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Christy.
I think that was good.
Okay, thank you.